It's week 3 of the 2022 season. And up next are the Texans' rookie running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago, and that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got Texans and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Fields going to throw right away. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down for Byron Pringle. He's a smart gamble by the Chicago Bears. They saw a guy put up 568 yards last year, and he was buried in Kansas City's depth chart. They do believe his ceiling is much higher as a full-time starter, so they brought him in a 1-year deal to see if he's a long-term answer for their team.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Fields. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 16. Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Damien Pierce. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now, Charles, we take a peek there at their recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. The Texans at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. A solid stiff arm. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Another carry for Pierce. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Looking for Johnson, and it's in. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, Parker, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did.
And he's going to bowl it. to the 48. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Again, Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations on. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball. air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 27, Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Looking to throw is Mills. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Offense back out there along with Damien Pierce. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And And he's able to get up here to the 26. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go again with Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Mills.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Houston set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Angelo Blackson there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mills to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again. He gets this one to Mechie.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On second and very short, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And this ball incomplete. Very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hold on. Second down coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Again, it's Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Pringle.
And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our... And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes Davis Mills in the offense, ready for another drive. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's been surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Damien Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while at Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mills now from the 50.
Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and kind of knock into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdraw it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now Mills on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Fields going to hold on to it.
Ooh, the juke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now it's blocked. The Texans have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
They can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out
and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and the lead will hold at 10.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mills. Now they go screen. It's complete. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up a... They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision, and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Give to Pierce.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Keenan Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover them.
Back now at Soldier Field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And some room to roam now. Oh, good move. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
When you talk about catching a defense off guard, they were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him, so a really good play call.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
This is Pierce.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Mills. He's got his man, it's Pierce.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
This will be play number 9 in the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Now Mills. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Fields on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills now. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Mills. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nailed to the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Mills now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air. Counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 69 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get it.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 25-yard line.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Damien Pierce.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 138 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle. Another carry for Pierce.
Shoves him aside. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw is Mills.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Texans passing game picking up another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. To throw, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst. Right? Because it's just like in golf. Never counted in the cup. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know.
Robbie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Herbert on first down now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert, quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
That throw into the arms of Allen. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Caught left side, it's Beckham. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Damien Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He gets it to Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damien Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are back within a score. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st and 10, Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing crossing my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed.
And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown.
Damien Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 of the season.
And the Texans get a late score here in the 5-minute of the first half. Well, fair to say they got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Damien Pierce.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Flushed out right, and he won.
Here at the outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Mills on 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin with the return of Doug Peterson to the city where he won a Super Bowl. Jacksonville heading north to take on Philadelphia. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Christian Kirk, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon.
From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey, to check on the Giants. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Kenny Golladay.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They go again with Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And he whips that one incomplete there. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. This one left side caught by Collins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Mills to throw, 4th on 4th. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
From the gun, here's Mills. And he's going to have to eat
get this one as down he goes.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and with it, they have taken the lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham, 75 yards.
And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Offense back out there along with Damien Pierce.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need pressure? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Throwing, Mills.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground with Pierce. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to it behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Oh, what a juke into space. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? First down, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hand.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 41, Mills. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Mills.
Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Pierce now up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Mills. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 42.
He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost